remove all the toes that it really hit me. You see the commercials. You never put yourself in that person's shoes until you're there.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit. TurboTax Live.
Tomorrow, Tyrese Gibson drops by E.T. We're talking about his new Marvel movie and why fans of Fast and Furious may just want to buckle up.
I just hope that people can eat all their popcorn.
We're getting back to the movies, yes.
Yeah. And happening now.
I'm Lee Waldman.
And I'm Garrett Berger.
We're continuing our coverage of the Doscote fire in Medina County.
Today, families are being allowed back home, but their surroundings aren't what they once were.
We're walking you through the neighborhood hit the hardest by this wildfire.
Questions are swirling around that big infant formula recall. That recall in February. Now records show the FDA knew there were issues months ago. We'll explain coming up.
And I'll be live giving away Fiesta medals. I'll have more information on that giveaway in just a bit. And we'll talk about the cold front that hits early tomorrow morning, the rain chances associated with it, and fire weather danger. See you in a bit.
First at 5, our coverage continues in Medina County as the Doscote fire continues to burn. Today, the fire remains 95% contained, almost 1,100 acres burned.
3 homes destroyed, dozens others saved, though. A big sigh of relief for people who were finally allowed to return home this afternoon.
Our Lee Waldman joins us now from High Mountain Ranch subdivision, where some of those homeowners say their once beautiful community now looks a bit like a war zone. Lee?
It's extremely evident, Ursula, as you take this road behind me and really head into that subdivision. The devastation caused by this fire is nothing short of extreme. We want to go ahead and show you some of that video that we took as we were driving into the High Mountain Ranch subdivision. Burnt debris, lush trees, all gone. People living here tell me it's a night and day difference from what their neighborhood once looked like. Aside from the destruction, the work of first responders is really shining through. Some of these homes were saved just in the nick of time. A deck completely burnt off, but the home itself is still standing. The fire chief, Clint Cook, tells me things got a little hairy for their ground crews, but they did everything possible to prevent more homes from being lost.
This was a very, very difficult spot for them. They were committed to making sure this house was saved. They had kind of a refuge area over there, and allowed them to make a decision that they wanted to focus on the house.
Now, the work here is not done. Now that people are back in this subdivision, they're having to clean up some of the debris left behind in their homes, try and get rid of some of that smoke smell, and really just try and pick up the pieces. But throughout the county, it's not just here in this subdivision that is affected. There's damage all throughout this county, and that's where we're going to send things over to Garrett Berger. He spoke with a couple whose home was nearly missed. They had a very close call.
Absolutely. We're in their back acreage right now, and you can still smell the burning that's hanging in the air. And when you look out over the scenery, it's mostly just charred trees and ash now. Now, the couple we talked to live up the road from the High Mountain Ranch subdivision and just a few doors down from another house that burned. Their house got away unscathed, but this scene behind them, a reminder of how close they came to losing it all.
I hadn't been back there yet, but apparently a lot of the trees, everything burned up.
Looking out from his backyard, Lewis Leslie is shocked by just how much burned.
We're pretty lucky, we didn't lose our house.
His wife Monica was at home Saturday when the fire got too close for comfort.
You could see it really close to the house, and you could actually feel the heat with the wind blowing.
She grabbed their grandson and the dogs and took off. Leslie's left wondering if their home would be spared.
Just came over so fast, and everything we have is in the house. So, yeah.
They're thankful for the work fire crews did to protect their home. The red fire retardant dumped on the house still coats the back porch.
I mean, people worked really hard. They were doing bucket drops and retardant drops right on structures, protecting them from the fires.
A few burned patches on the lawn are as close as the fire got. Monica Leslie left the sprinklers running, something else that may have made a difference.
As the fire marshals yesterday from the state said, that's a reason that we didn't lose our house, because the embers didn't get close enough to ignite anything up here.
But it looks like most of their back acreage did get charred, and the smell of smoke and even the ashes aren't just outside.
I don't know how I got in, but it's in the house everywhere.
But considering the alternative, overall, the Leslies are feeling lucky.
Yes, we have damage to our property, but our house is fine and all of our belongings are here.
In all, just under 1,100 acres burned and 3 homes. But the good news, there have been no reports of any loss of life in this fire. Live in Medina County, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Very emotional, obviously, for a lot of those families. Lee and Garrett, thank you so much for that coverage. In New at 5, a fire forcing at least 6 families out of their homes. This is in the 2900 block of Colima Street on the west side. 3 structures caught fire, but most of the damage was in the attic of the middle house. We're told at least 5 people live there. They were able to gather some belongings before they ran to safety. The Red Cross stepping in to help. A cause is being determined.
Crime Stoppers need some help solving the murder of this man you're about to see. He is 48-year-old Shelton Fersner, and he died on February 21st. His body was found by Leon Valley Police at an apartment on Evers Road near Vista Del Rey in Leon Valley. If you have any information about his death, you can call Crime Stoppers. The phone number is 210-224-STOP.
More than a month after Russia began attacking Ukraine, the war goes on, and now a local organization is getting involved. Members of the Jewish Federation of San Antonio are heading to Poland next week. They plan to get a firsthand account of what is going on there and to get a feel for what kind of assistance is still needed.
Until you're down on the ground and being able to see how the volunteers are taking care, how the local community is taking care of those in need, it's really hard to appreciate what is happening.
The Jewish Federation of San Antonio is still collecting over-the-counter medications to bring to the people of Ukraine. They have to be unopened and in pill form. You can drop them off at the address at the bottom of your screen.
New at 5, did the FDA bungle the baby formula recall? That facility that made the formula had a long list of violations, yet it remained open. And it was only after a baby had died that the company issued last month's recall of some Similac and other brands. Now, as 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz reports, there are questions about whether the FDA could have acted sooner.
Parents shopping for baby formula may still notice sparse store shelves or limits on how much they can buy.
Formula is tough to find right now because of recent recalls that were announced by the manufacturer Abbott Nutrition, which makes very popular brands like Similac, Alimentum, and Elecare.
Recent recalls come after at least 2 infant deaths and several illnesses were potentially linked to Abbott's powdered formula. The cases involve dangerous bacteria called Chronobacter sakazaki and Salmonella Newport.
Chronobacter is extremely dangerous. It has a mortality rate as high as 80% in infants.
But records show the Food and Drug Administration knew about sanitation problems at the Abbott manufacturing plant in Michigan last September.
The FDA didn't warn consumers about Abbott's infant formula until it conducted a follow-up inspection last month. And we still don't know why.
And just last week, the FDA said it found a history of Chronobacter contamination at the plant dating back to 2019. Now Congress is raising serious questions about the agency's ability to regulate the infant formula market. As for Abbott, the company says the investigation is ongoing and the cause of instant infection has not been determined. To find out if you have recalled formula, Abbott has a lookup tool on its website. If you buy the affected formula using SNAP benefits, you can now temporarily buy other brands normally not covered by the program. Just check with WIC or your store. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Take a quick look at traffic on this Tuesday, and we're going to go to I-35 and Division, where you can see things are moving along very smoothly, both on the main lanes and the access roads this afternoon.
The countdown to Fiesta 2022 is on, and with less than 2 days to go, there's an awful lot to look forward to.
Yeah, especially since it's returning during its normal season, and Fiesta is back in full force.
Events look like they're going to be full. Night on San Antonio, Oyster Bay, all the parades, the UTSA events, just everything is going to be full.
Let's not forget Fiesta is a party with a purpose. About 100 different nonprofits benefit from Fiesta every year, and many of them depend on this for their operating expenses. But as Fiesta makes its grand return, it also comes during a time of inflation.
Yeah, tonight on the Night Beat, we're going to take a look at how this will impact your wallet. Will you be paying more for food, drinks, and all that fun at Fiesta? That story coming up tonight on the Night Beat at 10.
Chicken on a stick.
Yeah.
It'll be more expensive. And speaking of Fiesta, it is time for the medal giveaway day.
Absolutely. Adam Caskey is live at Casablanca at the Santikos Theater there, where he's going to be handing out some medals in just a few hours. Adam.
Oh, not even a few hours. We're going to be handing out the medals. I think coming at 6 o'clock, we'll start handing out the medals. We got a great crew here that's already lined up. They got their wristbands. They've got energy. They're in the Fiesta spirit, and that's what it's all about. Back to normal Fiesta. This is the far west side, Alamo Ranch Parkway, Santikos, Casablanca. We're having a good time. We even drawing names for homemade thermometers. I brought like 5 or 6 of them to give away. This is going to be a lot of fun. Really quickly, temperatures right now. You look at the weather watchers, anywhere from 77 in West Kerrville and Bulverde to near 90. Hey, instead of confetti, we have popcorn. Temperatures are anywhere from the upper 70s to near 90. We're going to talk about the cold front that's going to hit tonight, what that means for rain chances, and even some serious stuff, fire weather danger that's going to be in effect for tomorrow. And they gave me clearance to launch something special out of my confetti here today. All right, we'll see you in a bit with everything else.
Out comes the cannon.
There you go.
They are canines, keen on protecting the airport. And that tough job comes with some intense training. Coming up, we're going to take a look at today's training exercises and what these airport canines need to know before they get put on the job.
Hey everybody, I'm Myra Arthur here in the KSAT newsroom. Tonight on the news at 6, we are talking COVID. Now, it's not infecting people in numbers that we have seen in the past, but for those with long-haul COVID, they are dealing with lingering symptoms for months or even years. There are long-haul COVID clinics right here in San Antonio to treat these patients, and the need for that is so great that there is a wait list to get in. Today at 6, we talk with one patient who says that she's expecting to wait 6 months to get into that clinic. What doctors are doing to try to help more patients in the process. Plus, a 2016 murder case finally coming to a close. The man responsible, Maurice Medina, taking a plea deal today. Erica Hernandez takes us inside the courtroom for that sentencing and shares the family's words to Medina before he was taken to prison. All that and more tonight on the news at 6.
Myra. They're canines with a tough job protecting San Antonio International Airport, and today they're training day. The airport's canine units sharpen their skills to better detect things like explosives, accelerants, and other materials, and they do it every single day. KSAT 12 photojournalist Robert Summeron was at that training today to capture all that goes into keeping our airport safe.
So we're doing a large venue training event. We've got about 30 to 40 teams. Anywhere from South Central and South Texas that are coming out here.
There's a big gap between training and operational.
We train constantly so that these dogs are proficient in their job.
There's a variety of different type of expertise levels, and every dog is different. We have the Belgian Malinois, we have the German Shepherds, but then you also have some of the labs, you have some of the German Shorthair Pointers.
They are working dogs, and you've got to realize they're here for a purpose. They've got a job to do and people to keep safe.
The scenarios really are objective based as far as real world situations.
It being a live scenario, we've got different things out within our search pattern and search area that aren't what we see every day. So it helps us to open our eyes.
It's just a way to try and get you to think.
Something visual for the handler, so we had mock IEDs, and then odor for the dog. So we create a better, solid team.
Search is yours. It's really to challenge not just the dog, but the handler.
That's where our team comes into play. I've got the eyes, she's got the nose, but I've also got to be able to read her and read the room to see if it's safe enough for both of us to enter for a search.
These dogs are doing more than just training. They'll get called to bomb threats or things, so we're just trying to open up their eyes, and how are you going to deal with that when it actually happens?
God forbid if there's a catastrophe, we're going to be coming from different areas of the state and different areas of the nation. We all want to be on the same page. So go boy, Keno. Woo! Get it, get it, get it! Get it, get it, get it!
Lifesavers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, live cam. We told you that we're just a day and a half roughly away from Fiesta. Well, the Fiesta Carnival already getting set up on the grounds of the Alamo Dome.
Cannot wait for all of this to happen, but there's another guy who's more anxious about it than even us.
Anxious, excited, it's all the same thing. Let's go to Adam Caskey, who is live along Alamo Range Parkway, ready to give away some medals, Adam.
Yes, and I had mentioned before, last week, with all the supply chain issues and shipping delays, my actual medal from this year is delayed a few days, but we have a bunch of them that we're giving away that are from the previous Fiesta, which is basically previous two Fiestas, because we didn't have one, then we kind of had one last year. Anyway, so we have a bunch of these vintage ones that a lot of people originally couldn't get their hands on. So that one's going to be exceptionally rare just due to the times that we had over the past few years. But we are live at Santikos, Casablanca. Good crowd here. Yeah, that's what you call a good crowd. That's what you call a good crowd. And we'll get around to giving away the medals, of course, a little bit later on, and we always do a bunch of drawings when we're not on air. But I got to get to the weather here because we actually have a lot to talk about. So let's make some space here for the graphics to pop up. And first and foremost, you look at the current conditions outside. 83 degrees, dew point of about 63 degrees. So we have that humidity, that stickiness back in the air, which bodes well for firefighting efforts and preventing some fires from spreading, but it's really going to change. You look at the dew points right now, low 60s. Okay, we're all feeling that mugginess back in the air. And it also takes humidity to make rain. Let's keep that in mind. The winds, however, they're pretty gusty still, about 20 miles per hour currently. And the dew points, of course, in the 60s will be falling off as the winds pick up. Take a look at the trend for dew points just in the coming hours. We'll take this full screen so you can really get an idea of what to expect. And you see that sharp drop in the graph? That sharp drop indicates the cold front and the very dry air that's going to be moving in behind it very quickly first thing tomorrow morning. So that's going to set the stage along with gusty winds for the high fire danger. And you look at the wind forecast as that cold front moves through at sunrise, you're going to think, what are you talking about winds? Okay, a few hours around sunrise, you're not going to notice it. A few hours after sunrise, say by 9, 10 a.m., you'll notice the winds gusting about 40 to 45 miles per hour. And that's behind the cold front that hits us around 5 a.m. So speaking of that cold front, we've been talking about rain chances with it. Unfortunately, nothing special in terms of rainfall, but there's going to be a thin line of rain and few thunderstorms moving through in the pre-dawn hours tomorrow, and our futurecast is indicating that. And we could see 1/10 of an inch of rain here and there. Higher odds the farther north you are of our area, especially, we're talking Waco, Dallas area. And there's the off chance of a severe storm, but that's generally north of us as well. So a combination of the lack of rain, gusty winds, very dry air sets us up for the red flag warning tomorrow, meaning fires can start, they can ignite very easily, and they can spread and will spread very rapidly if ignited. Something as simple as flicking a cigarette out the window can start a grass fire. Parking your car in tall grass with the hot exhaust system underneath can spark a fire, and then it can get out of control quickly. So that's why we have the red flag warning. All right, temperatures, let's talk about them. Right now we're mostly, temperatures mostly in the 80s, but tomorrow morning will be right near 60 degrees, and some 50s out there in the hill country and outlying areas, elsewhere close to 60. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we're well into the 80s, and some locations even 90 degrees. We're talking like Lavernia, Floresville, Pleasanton, hitting 90 degrees. And then you look ahead to the temperatures. Fiesta. Oh, it's almost here. Happens to be on a thermometer Thursday. We'll be in the mid-80s for a high, sunny, and low humidity. It's weird to have a Fiesta with low humidity and unfortunately no good rain chances beyond that. Irma, I need you, Irma. We did the drawing for the homemade thermometer. Congratulations, Irma.
Viva Fiesta!
Yes, and we're going to be here. We'll start handing out the medals at 6. We're going to have some more fun, though, in between, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock to chat more.
It looks like a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, Adam and fun go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Thank you, Adam.
All right, the Spurs, I said it last night, they had to dust off the broom because they haven't swept a road trip in a long time, Greg.
You know, we were trying to figure out when was the last time they did this with 4 games in this road trip, and the reason why we couldn't think of it is it was a long time ago. When we come back, we'll tell you when that was, and also when we come back, the Grizzlies are up next after what they did last night. Coming up. San Antonio Spurs have gone undefeated on their 4-game road trip for the first time since 2007 when they won their 4th NBA championship. That's after they were able to hold off very determined Rockets in Houston last night to go 4-0. That included victories over the Warriors, the Blazers, the Pelicans, and now the Rockets. The Spurs started off strong. DeJounte Murray finds Keldon Johnson, who gets the tough shot to fall and one. Jakob Poeltl with the tip in. And how about Zach Collins backing his way down for the hook shot? The Spurs are up 39-31 after 1. Now in the second quarter, Devin Vassell comes up with the rebound, goes back in for the one-handed jam. It's now a 13-point lead. Then DeJounte, as part of his career night, drives through contact, gets the basket plus the foul. Spurs lead 67-55 at the half. Now in the second half, Josh Richardson here lobs it up for Zach Collins, and the Spurs are still in control, 96-84 going in the fourth quarter. DeJounte Murray goes in for the layup plus the foul to finish with a new career-high 33 points. The Spurs are up 113-102 with 6 minutes left when the Rockets mount a comeback. Josh Christopher makes a catch-and-shoot 3 to make it a 1-point game with under 10 to play. After DJ makes a pair of free throws, the Rockets have a chance to force overtime, but Kenyon Martin Jr.'s 3 rolls around the rim and out somehow. Spurs survive 123-120.
Being able to hold your composure, you know, when you're up big in games like that, and executing and the little things, talking on defense, and just staying mature, you know, to close out these games. We got a ton of them this year, you know, but ending the road trip with a win, a great successful road trip, and we'll take it.
All right, up next, a very tough Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow at 7:30. Speaking of the Grizzlies, are coming into this game against the Spurs following a big win over the Golden State Warriors to help them keep second place standing in the Western Conference concrete. They won their 5th straight game, 9 out of the last 10 in order to do so. That's even without their leading scorer, Ja Morant, who missed his 5th straight game with right knee soreness, and the Warriors without both Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. As a result, Desmond Bane led the scoring for the Grizzlies with 22 points and a 123-95 victory. All right, let's take a look at the latest Western Conference standings. Very important here. So Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State, and Dallas are pretty much locked in at that point. Second half of the top 8 includes Utah, Denver, Minnesota, and the LA Clippers, holding that 8th and last playoff position. For the play-in, look at this. New Orleans at 29 back. The Lakers a half game back at that at number 10. The Spurs right now a half game back at the Lakers, and there's Portland at 4 back. So a very tight fit there, trying for those last few spots. The 10 and the 9 position critical if the Spurs want to get into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
All right, in case you missed it, we told you the Jewish Federation of San Antonio collecting over-the-counter medications to give to people at the Ukrainian border. They're taking a trip out there next week.
And here is the address if you want to donate. It's the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg campus of the San Antonio Jewish community at 12,500 Northwest Military Highway. Keep in mind the medications need to be unopened and in pill form. Thanks for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.